HTC was among the first major smartphone manufacturers to announce new hardware this year, back in January launching its new U series of phones with a 5.2-inch U Play, and this guy right here, the 5.7-inch HTC U Ultra. Pre-orders have been open for a while now, and with the phone finally starting to arrive in shoppers' hands, it's time to give this the full review treatment. I'm Stephen Shank with PhoneArena. Look for that full review coming soon, but for now, let's get started with a quick unboxing of the HTC U Ultra. Alright, here we have the HTC U Ultra, ready to dive into the boxing here. Before we pop the top off, let's take a quick look around here. Nothing special going on the sides. On the back, a basic overview of phone specs here. Snapdragon 829 processor, 5.7-inch display with a cool little secondary display like we had on the LG V20. 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigs of storage. Pretty high-end hardware we're looking at here, but let's actually, see the hardware for ourselves. So with no further ado, there is the Ultra. Let's get this guy out of here because I don't want to see the front of the phone. That's interesting. What I want to see, oh, there it is. This beautiful blue, shiny metallic back here. You have 3 color options for the phone here, but I am thankful that we got our hands on this blue here because it just looks incredible. It would look a lot better if we can get the plastic off. It does not want to behave. Da-da. I'm just gonna force this thing because I can't wait anymore. There we go. Come on. Oh my god, that is so... You probably can't appreciate on video, even in 4K, how incredibly mirror finished this is. It is just incredible to look at here. I'm trying to catch some of the light, but man, I'm gonna touch this thing once. I can tell it's already picking up fingerprints on the edges here, and it will never look the same. For a quick comparison, I brought along a couple other really blue phones here. Just to see how just pronounced the U is on the HTC here. I mean, the Honor does an admirable job of holding up to it with its cool little color changing pattern here. And Sony, I mean, the flat matte finish isn't nearly as impressive as this mirror here. Again, I think this is going to be a fingerprint magnet, but dang if it don't look good for now. So okay, let's start up by powering this phone on. We can look through the rest of the packaging here. Hopefully we can see that secondary display light up right away. I can already see the outline of the screen here, where it is here. It's a little ticker display, like we saw on the V20. You can use it to get access, I assume, to notifications, as well as put some shortcuts in there. How you use it will be up to you. We're expecting a lot of customization here. So while this is booting up, I'll put you to the side and start checking out the rest of the packaging. I've heard this should be really impressive. The HTC put out a nice spread of hardware here, so let's see what we got. Started with a case. That's always nice to see. This doesn't look like anything fancy, but if it's going to keep the phone safe, it doesn't need to be super fancy. So you can pop that on if you choose to, just a little extra protection. Oh nice, a cleaning cloth. Again, something you probably have a bunch of them lying around here. You probably didn't get many with your phones though. Oh, it's HTC branded on there, fancy. That's just a nice way to keep that, especially that mirror back, looking as nice as it can. Let's see, some warranty stickers, okay. Standard assortment of quick start guides here. How to put in SIM cards if you've never owned a smartphone before. Warranty guide, yep. Introduction to the hardware, safety and regulatory. Really, intense paperwork here. We're looking forward to tearing through all of that. SIM tool. I always like the HTC SIM tools with the branding on there. And the rest of our accessories. Let's see, we've got... So, unfortunately, like the HTC Bolt, the U Ultra does not have its own headphone jack. Instead, you have to use USB Type-C headphones. Thankfully, HTC includes a pair. It looks like exactly the same pair we got on the HTC Bolt, with the same sort of scans your ear canal and develops an audio profile to match. Should give some good sound, and it does come with alternate tips. But it's really unfortunate that there's no adapter. I know with the Bolt, you could mail away and get a free 3.5mm adapter for a while. I'm pretty sure the promotion has ended, but I thought that would convince them to put one in the package with the U Ultra, but that's apparently not the case. Okay, nearly done booting up here. We also have our, nice and loud, I like that. So have our quick charging power adapter here, and USB Type-C cable. But yeah, let's check out the actual phone. Man, optimizing 229 apps on startup. Oh man, thank God I breezed through that quickly. Now we're going to spend a lot more time looking at this hardware when you go in for the full review. I guess a couple interesting things. There's that secondary display, obviously, as well as the cameras are interesting. So you have a 12 megapixel main camera, like we got in the HTC 10, It's a little more fascinating though what's going on up front here. The front facer is a higher resolution camera than the rear camera. This is a 16 megapixel camera up front. And it's cool, you can do a software ultra pixel mode where you sort of join every 4 pixels together and you get 4 megapixels instead of 16, but with better light sensitivity. So let's just quickly jump through and set up some of this stuff here. Alright, we've got the initial Android setup taken care of. We're going to take a quick look at the software here. Got blink feed, sure, it's an HTC device. Not a ton of bloat here, that's a good start. Nicely organized app selection here. A ton of pop-ups introducing us to the UI and telling us how to get our way around, but the thing I want to see is this dual display. So we're taking a look. This is just like on the V20. I know I've said this multiple times, but how else can you see this as being inspired by a phone other than LG's? Let's start with this. So the Sense Companion is a new feature on this. It's HTC's new voice assistant. It seems like every manufacturer is starting to do their own now. Whether it'll be a big value add over Google's remains to be seen, but we're going to definitely put this to the test with our full review here. Let's go to settings and set this up. So we have options here. We can have this secondary display on independently of the main display, so we can have the phone sleeping and still get notifications and be able to access apps and shortcuts there. That's very cool. Lift up the phone to turn on the secondary display, okay. Or just tap on it to wake it up. So this looks like it has a lot of functionality in here. I can't wait to spend a little more time digging into it and seeing exactly what it adds to the HTC U Ultra experience. One last thing I just have to do. This is a 5.7-inch phone here. Got to compare this to the LG G6. Haven't seen this review yet. Check it out. It's up now. But man, that's just... Granted, the aspect ratio is different, but these are two phones with the same size display and just... It's staggering how LG was able to squeeze in such a small phone there, a small screen on the phone. Still, the U Ultra does not feel particularly big, and I'm really looking forward to carrying this thing around for a while and showing you what it can do. For now, though, I'm Stephen Shank with PhoneArena, and thanks for watching this HTC U Ultra unboxing.